Welcome to learn everything about JavaScript in one course. We are very pleased and excited to have you in this course. JavaScript is the most popular programming language in the world according to GitHub. From 2014 to 2019, JavaScript is constantly the most popular programming language. And there are abundant of well-paid jobs with JavaScript skills according to Hired. As you can see here in the Bay Area, the average annual salary of a JavaScript engineer is $150,000 a year. The low can be as much as $90,000 a year. And if you are really good, your salary can reach $210,000 a year. That is a very well-paid job. So we want to congratulate you on making a very good career choice and hope you enjoy the course. Prerequisite: none. This course is designed for a complete beginner, so you don't have to have any prior coding experience or computer science background to learn. Course outcome. The definition of successful course outcome is you can use JavaScript to freely express your thoughts with 5 skills: reading, writing, listening, speaking, and unblocking yourself. Read. You can understand any given JavaScript code, especially the code that already existed from your potential colleagues. You have to fit in when you join a team. So reading and understand the existing code is the most important thing for fitting in. Writing. You can correctly express any of your thoughts in writing JavaScript code. That means that if you want to command a computer to do what you want it to do, you can do it correctly with JavaScript by writing JavaScript code. Listening. You can understand discussion about JavaScript and on JavaScript with your potential colleagues and friends. Speaking. You can contribute meaningfully in those conversations. And importantly, that you can unblock yourself. You know where to look for when you got stuck when using for those above skills. How's course designed? The course is designed as short and as complete as possible. Each piece of knowledge is isolated and presented with a possibly simplest example, so as we make it that simple to understand. The course content is what a JavaScript software engineer literally see every day on her or his job. And each of the videos and the tutorial length is about 10 minutes. So the idea is you can learn anywhere and anywhere. Videos are meant to show detailed explanation. The tutorial is to solidify the video contents, and it can be used as your lecture notes or for future reference, so you don't have to take notes. How to be successful. First, you watch the video and then you read the tutorials, and you can repeat if you need to. Practice the concept at least 3 times. So if the time of the videos is 10 minutes, we expect you to spend 40 minutes on it. There are 2 keys to be successful in learning. First, you have to be persistent. Motivation is what gets you started. But habit is actually how you're going to get there. So always remind yourself of the reason that you started this course. And practice. Practice, practice, practice. What you hear, you will forget. But what you see, you will remember. And what you do, you will understand. We want you to understand. And we want the concept that we're presenting in the course to be yours. And there's no way that we can make it yours. It's you to make it yours. So practice. Textbooks and references. Textbooks are optional. We already extracted the best and relevant knowledge from the books and put it in our videos and tutorials. But if you really want textbook, we recommend 4 of them. First one is JavaScript, the good parts. Second is Understanding HTML Scripts 6. The third is Eloquent JavaScript. And the fourth is JavaScript, the definitive guide. In addition to textbook, we have online references. The first one is MDM WebDoc. MDM stands for Mozilla Developer Network. This web doc contains everything about JavaScript that you can possibly know, and a lot more, not just JavaScript. But there's a lot, there's too much. You're going to be overwhelmed with the content of NDN. And if you try to learn it at once, you're going to spend your whole life. So just use it whenever you need it. The second online reference is W3 School. Uh, W3 School has a lot of examples in JavaScript. It's a great place to look for more examples. And again, it's just like NDM, the content of W3 School is tremendous. And if you try to learn everything at once, you're gonna be overwhelmed. So only use it when you need to. Sample code. Sample code along with the tutorials can be found on GitHub. For those of you who don't know what GitHub is, it's an online place that you can put all of your code in there and people can access it. Think of it like a Google Drive. And it's highly recommended that you download the code and have it ready whenever you start a tutorial. It's very handy and important that you can have something and practice right away. Course outline. The first lecture, we're going to talk about JavaScript, why we're using it, what it can do, what JavaScript stands in the big picture of programming. The second lecture, we're going to set up your study environment, have you ready. So whenever you want to learn, things are set up and you just sit down and start learning. The third lecture, we're going to learn some basic about JavaScript lexicon and syntax. Lexicon is vocabulary and syntax is grammar. Just like learning another human language, we have vocabulary and grammar. And then we're gonna spend a lot of time in two big categories, which is JavaScript built-in data structure and function. Those are the two most important things in JavaScript. For data structure, we're gonna learn about number, string, and how to manipulate string with regular expressions, array, set, no undefined boolean and object. And then we're gonna learn about functions. And then we're gonna learn about the operators and the statements, how to glue everything and compose a program. Then we have a program and then we're gonna learn about exceptions and how to handle errors. And after we have a program, we're gonna learn about how to package our program. And then we're gonna learn how to unblock yourself. And that's it. We hope that you're gonna enjoy the course. And as always, happy learning.